Hello everyone, I'm Kelsey Lemon, Senior Technical Marketing Manager here at VMware, and I want to welcome you to our latest Feature Spotlight video where today's focus is the unsung hero of the Skyline service, the Skyline Collector. I'm going to discuss its role in the overall service, the importance of maintaining its health, and then we're going to explore ways to restore its health should it ever become compromised. So let's begin by taking a look at how the collector sits in the overall architecture of the Skyline service. First, there is a cloud services organization that you'll create, and a component of the cloud services organization is users, specifically users that have access to the Skyline Advisor service. Again, both of them sit within the cloud services organization wrapper that you create, which can also include other VMware services. The collectors are installed on your data centers on-prem, and then you can add the various endpoints for the collector to monitor. These endpoints provide product usage data to the collector. This product usage data is then sent to our analysis platform in the cloud, where the results of the analysis appear as findings and recommendations in Skyline Advisor Pro. And it's important to keep those collectors healthy because when they're not, it actually inhibits Skyline's ability to provide proactive findings and recommendations, as well as transfer support bundles to global support services. Finally, ensure that all your product endpoints are connected to your collectors. If all of your endpoints are not connected, Skyline's visibility is limited, and that impacts its ability to deliver the most comprehensive recommendations that will help you keep your environments out of harm's way. And speaking of health, there are 5 states that your collector can have, ranging from healthy, partially healthy, failing to collect data, no configured products, or inactive. And at the end of this segment, I'll provide a link to a troubleshooting guide that goes into detail on their key characteristics, as well as provide recommendations on how to restore them to a healthy state. Now for the demo. Let's jump into the service and check the state of my collectors. And as you can see, I have 3 collectors that are monitoring my environments that consist of 2 vCenters, 9 hosts, 24 virtual machines, 1 vRealize Operation Manager, and 2 Horizon Connection servers. And when I click on their health, I can see that they're either partially healthy or failing to collect data. Not good. So let's address the collector that is failing to collect data from my vCenter. I'm going to remote desktop in and do some investigating. And as I expand my inventory, I see the culprit, or rather, it's what I don't see. It seems that my collector was inadvertently removed, and I can only speculate as to why, but perhaps it was moved to another vCenter, or perhaps it was cloned and the original one was deleted. But in any event, I can solve this issue by locating the parent data store and folder and using its VMX file to properly add it back to inventory. Doing this is a simple process. I'll just walk through the registration wizard, giving the VM a name, associating it with the host, and confirming my decisions. Now that I'm done, I'll power it back on. This should enable the collector to properly communicate with the vCenter. Now on to the collector that is registering as partially healthy. I'm going to remote desktop in as well into the second vCenter, and after a quick inspection, I notice that the collector, while available, doesn't seem to be responding. So I'm going to reboot the guest OS since it has VMware tools installed. And after the reboot, I notice that its state has changed from available to powered on. Now for the third collector, I went through a very similar process and addressed the status as well. Now let's go back into Skyline Advisor. And as you can see, everything is functioning properly again, with all 3 collector statuses registering as healthy. Now, before I conclude this segment, I just want to point out that should your collectors ever go into an unhealthy state, the actions that you take to restore them may be different from the ones that I took. Remediation is all dependent on how you have your environments configured, so be sure to check out the KB article shown here for more insight into how to troubleshoot your issue. And if you are unable to return your Skyline collector to a healthy state after following the resolutions provided, please contact the Skyline community for help.